iPhone 13 mini was released in 2021. This is the last mini series from Apple. If you want to buy these mini series mobiles, the only best option available is from refurbished sites. I ordered this iPhone 13 mini from Cashify and this is a unboxing video. This is not a sponsored video from Cashify. I just ordered like a normal consumer like you and testing this. The price of this mobile is 35,496 rupees, including the fast charger which cost an extra 200 to 300 rupees. Yes, Cashify is also selling with or without the charger for iPhones. Do note that this is a third-party charger, not an original one. In Cashify, you get three different conditions for the mobiles of the same model. One is fair, second one is good, and the third one is superb. The third one looks and feels like it's a brand new one and used it for a couple of days. Of course, the price also varies. This mobile is in superb condition. Let's see what it looks like. I have full faith in Cashify. If you observe my past videos, you know it. Even the MacBook Air I'm using is ordered from the Cashify itself. Inside the box, we get one more small box where the mobile is there. Below that, one SIM ejector pin is there, followed by some warranty and information cards. And then a charging cable is provided. By default, this charging cable is provided in the box. You don't need to pay extra for it. This is a Type-C to Lightning cable. From the iPhone 15 series, Apple shifted from Lightning to Type-C for charging and data transfers in all iPhones. I liked the overall packaging of the mobile. I never felt like it was a refurbished mobile. Inside the small box, the mobile phone is there and it looks good. I checked if any scratches or dents are there all over the frame, followed by the back side and even on the display side. I didn't notice anything because this is a super condition mobile. If in case you are buying a fair model, you see some scratches. Also, it varies from mobile to mobile. It's not like Cashify does those scratches or dents wantedly. It depends on the previous user on how he or she used it. The iPhone 13 mini is supported for dual SIM. One is physical and another one is eSIM. I quickly set up this mobile phone. If you want to see how to set up your iPhones, I already posted a dedicated video. You can check that if you are a first time user of the iPhone. This is how the mobile is looking. Some applications are downloading and installing background. First, let me share with you about the mobile specs. One tip I want to give here guys, if you observe the serial number here, on the last it shows F, which means this is a refurbished mobile. If you buy a brand new one, it won't show F at the last. This is a 256GB variant and out of that you can observe the available storage. Currently it is running on iOS 18.2.1. Also, I want to show you about the battery health. This is at 100%. Do note that this battery health also changes from the condition of the mobile phone. The main agenda of all these videos is to test how good is iPhone 13 mini in 2025 after getting some updates and wear and tear. In this video, you will see the iPhone 13 mini gaming test. Let's see how this 3-year-old mobile performs in this year. The first thing I did was tested the room's ambient temperature before playing any of the game. It's 29.6 degrees Celsius. The battery is at 100% and the battery health is also 100%. This is a refurbished mobile guys. If you watched the unboxing video, you already know about it. I'm going to play a total of 6 games in this video. These are the games that I'm going to play. I play every game for 10 minutes and share with you the battery drop and temperatures it reached on the front and back sides. There are no background apps or running on this mobile. Also, I removed the back case for the entire gameplay. These are the initial temperatures of the mobile phone. On the front side, it's 32 degrees Celsius. On the back, it's 31.5 degrees Celsius. I turned on the stopwatch as a reference. The first game is Genshin Impact. The game mode turns on automatically, so I don't turn it off for all the games. Let it be. Let's see how it actually helps. These are the game settings. I'm fast forwarding the game for retention purposes. What do you think about it? Let me know through the comments whether you want a full game without speeding up, or like this way. You can even share any suggestions if you have. I'm so happy to hear that. After 10 minutes of gameplay, the battery is at 99%. The holding capacity of the battery after reaching 100% is good in this iPhone 13 mini. But once it drops 1%, it starts sprinting. Talking about the temperatures, on the front it's 38.1 degrees Celsius and on the back it's 38.5 degrees Celsius. The overall frame area is getting hotter, making it uncomfortable to hold. There are no lags or frame drops I noticed during the entire gameplay. If you change the game settings, you will notice some changes in terms of temperatures and the frame drops and everything. The second game I'm playing is PUBG. It's really hard to play these type of games on this smaller mobile screen. I know mini series are not meant for gaming, but it's fun to test how the gaming experience is on this tiny mobile from Apple. Here are the graphic settings of this game. This iPhone 13 mini has the Apple A15 Bionic chip. If you ask me, it is overkill for this mobile because people who uses mini series, they are normal users. They don't push the mobile to its maximum limits. Maybe they push maximum with cameras, that's all. I think gaming and some heavy applications using on this mobile, like, they won't use that. Tell me if you have the iPhone 13 mini with you and what are the applications and what is your everyday usage scenario for that mobile. Share in the comment section. After some more minutes of gameplay, the battery is at 93%. The maximum temperature on the front side is 39.4 degrees Celsius. On the back, it's 39.4 degrees Celsius. No lags or frame drops during the entire gameplay, and this mobile handled pretty well. The third game is Subway Surfers. This is the perfect game to play in this 13 mini because of the smaller screen area. I don't know on what basis Apple discontinued the mini series after this mobile apart from the sales. If they're still alive and continuing, I'm the first person to be happy. I like small mobile phones. One of my wish list, if you recall me like 5 or 6 years back, is Asus Gen phone, which is very compact, but in India right now it is not at all available and they discontinued it. Now the iPhone 16e has been released. Let's see how good the sales they can pull from that mobile phone. What I'm thinking is that people who are interested in buying the iPhone 16e will increase their budget like 10 to 15,000 or maybe 20,000 rupees and buy the iPhone 16 instead of 16e. Let's see how the sales will skyrocket this mobile and whether the Apple continue or discontinue this mobile after 2 or 3 years. Now coming back to our testing, after some more minutes of gameplay, the battery is at 88%. Here you can observe the battery is discharging quickly. The maximum temperature on the front side is 36.6 degrees Celsius and on the back it's 37.5 degrees Celsius. No lags or frame drops during this entire gameplay, which is good. Now the fourth game is Shadow Fight 4. Previously I reviewed the iPhone SE 2020 model. One more model is also there, that is iPhone SE 2022. It is a 5G mobile phone and recently I got comments that reviewed that mobile as well in this particular year. Let's see if I get that mobile phone, I review it same like as this. While playing this Shadow Fight 4, I noticed that the mobile is getting hotter and hotter and I'm unable to hold for a couple of minutes. Alright, after some more minutes of gameplay of this Shadow Fight 4, the battery is at 82%. The maximum temperature on the front side is 39.8 degrees Celsius. On the back, it's 40 degrees Celsius. This is the highest temperature recorded till now in this gameplay testing. Again, no lags or frame drops during this entire gameplay. Let's see how much it can hit the temperatures after some more games. I noticed that the camera area is getting hotter and maximum temperatures are rising here. The fifth game is Call of Duty. Let's see how it performs. The biggest problem with this type of small mobile phones is number 1, heating issues, and number 2 is low battery capacity. In upcoming videos, I'll talk more about the battery backup of this iPhone 13 mini. I have a very bad experience with the iPhone SE series because those are very compact mobile phones and the battery won't last for more than 1 day. Yeah, maybe you tell if you use it for basic usage like calls, texting, I mean the WhatsApp text or lightly social media usage, you can pull maximum 1 day or 1 day plus with that mobile phones. Yes, it is true. but it changes from person to person. Alright, after some more minutes of gameplay, the battery is at 73%. The maximum temperature on the front side is 39.3 degrees Celsius. On the back, it's 39 degrees Celsius. No lags or frame drops during this entire gameplay. Now, I noticed that this mobile is getting hotter slowly. I mean, the temperatures are increasing slowly. The sixth game and the final game in our list is Asphalt Car Racing. I think after playing this game, it reaches to the maximum temperature because of the faster graphics. There are so many games to test, guys. I'm getting messages like play the eFootball game, and some are telling like different games. Like some games are like first time I'm listening. I never played those games. Sorry to say that, but I have very limited time. Like I test maximum 60 minutes of anything, so that's why I picked 6 games. If in case you are having any recommendation, just let me know in the comments. I'll first test it in another mobile phones. If I really like that game and if I can handle it and I can push like above medium range, I can play that game in upcoming gaming test videos. Waiting for your reply. Alright, after some more minutes of gameplay, the battery is at 64%. Oh my god. The maximum temperature on the front side is 40.7 degrees Celsius. On the back, it's 41.6 degrees Celsius. The highest temperature recorded in this gameplay is this. Again, I didn't notice any lags or frame drops during this entire gameplay. One thing I want to clear is the camera area is getting very hot. Do note that this is just for 1 hour of continuous gaming, and that too without using a back case. If in case, I know iPhone users might use the back case and a tempered glass. Tempered glass won't affect the temperatures, but the back case does. So if you recall the starting of this test, the battery was at 100%. Now it dropped and reached to 64%. According to my experience, what I can say is you can play games on this iPhone 13 mini like any game without any issues, but when it comes to the backup time, I can sense that roughly 2 to 3 hours continuous gameplay you can do. Apart from that, it won't last. And also do note that these timings vary based on the game you are playing. For example, if you are playing a Ludo game, then you see huge differences in these stats. Overall, this iPhone 13 mini handles every single game without any lags or frame drops, but heating issues and huge battery drops are there. This is the iPhone 13 mini. I have been testing this phone for a few days now. In this video, I'm going to share its camera performance in both daytime and nighttime conditions. Let's start with the camera specs at a glance. On the back, there are 2 cameras, both 12 megapixel. The main camera features an aperture of f1.6 and extra capabilities like dual pixel PDIF and sensor shift OIS. The second camera has an aperture of f2.4 with a 120-degree field of view. This is the ultra-wide camera. On the front, there is another 12 megapixel camera with an aperture of f2.2. You can record videos at a maximum of 4K at 60 fps with both the rear and front cameras. These are the photos taken indoors during daytime. You can see the zoom levels at which these photos were captured on the screen. The background blur is impressive thanks to the lower aperture value. Overall, the sharpness and color balance are good. Sometimes the camera struggles when there is too much light. I even tried capturing some close-up shots and they turned out decent. Here are some other photos taken outdoors during the daytime. Speaking of zoom, you can capture images starting at 0.5x or 1x or up to a maximum of 5x. Personally, I find that the 0.5x and 1x photos look great, offering a good balance of sharpness and overall picture quality. The 5x photo is decent, but you can notice a lot of noise and a loss in picture quality. This is a panorama shot and it looks good too. I'll share how it appears during nighttime shortly. These are photos taken with the front-facing camera. You can capture photos at 0.5x or 1x with this camera. You can also take portrait photos that look great with excellent background separation. The camera app includes extra features that let you remove the background completely while taking a photo like this. Here are some indoor photos taken with the front-facing camera, both with and without background separation. The overall sharpness and picture quality are good even indoors. Now let's take a look at the videos recorded during daytime conditions. Hey guys, this is the video recording in 4K 30 FPS by using the back-facing camera. Right now I'm recording in 1x. I can go to 0.5x. This is how it looks like. This is 1x and maximum 3x. So this is how the footage looks like in 3x mode. Again, this is 1x and 0.5x. You can judge the audio quality as well. Hey guys, this is the video recording in 4K 30 FPS by using the front facing camera. You can judge how the video clarity as well as the audio quality from this mobile. And this is like a morning time video recording, and you can observe how the stabilization as well. And behind me sun is there. You can judge how the exposure is controlling. I think okay. Yeah, this is how it looks like. I think on screen it looks decent. Let's see the final output, how it comes. This is the video recording with the iPhone 13 mini by using the front facing camera in 4K 30 FPS in indoor conditions. This is how it looks like, the video as well as the audio clarity. I didn't use any external microphone during this record. I'm just holding this mobile in my hand and recording the video. So if in case you are doing a content creation or Instagram reels or YouTube shorts, this is how the video, I mean mainly focus on the audio quality, and video differs from the lighting conditions as well as the environment you are shooting the. In addition to regular video recording, there is a cinematic mode where you can control the aperture and other settings. Just take a look at how impressive it is. Another observation, when you record videos in cinematic mode, an additional video file is created without the cinematic effect. You can see both videos side by side. The cinematic mode is also available for front-facing camera, and you can make focus or defocus like thing if any new people are here, like side to you. So that's all about the daytime photos and videos. Overall, I'm happy with the results. Before I share the nighttime photos and videos, let's take a look at the camera interface along with the options and settings available in the Photos app. This is what the iPhone camera app interface looks like. It's the same as on other iPhones with no significant changes. I didn't cover some features like slow motion or time lapse in this video, but those options are available. One thing I really like about this camera interface is that the options are straightforward, easy to understand and simple to navigate. Previously, I reviewed some Vivo and Realme phones that were cluttered with too many options and confusing menus. I prefer the camera interfaces on Google Pixel and iPhones. You can record slow motion videos in HD at frame rates of either 240 fps or 120 fps. In the photos section, you can change the aspect ratio, add filters before capturing a photo, and access many other settings. I originally thought that cinematic mode was only available for the rear cameras, but it's also available for the front camera, which is a nice bonus. While recording videos, you can zoom up to 3x starting at 0.5x. Even for panorama shots, you can capture images at 0.5x or 1x. Now, speaking about the Photos app, there are additional editing settings available after capturing a photo. You can adjust exposure, saturation, contrast, sharpness, and more. Also note that the iPhone 13 mini doesn't support Apple's advanced intelligent features. During daytime usage, especially outdoors, the phone tends to get hotter, particularly around the camera area, making it sometimes difficult to handle without a back cover. Now, let's take a look at the nighttime photos and videos. These are some photos taken under various lighting conditions at night. If you look closely, when there is too much light or varying intensities, I noticed a lot of glare. I actually demonstrated how the photo looks without the glare in a panorama shot. You will see that shortly. Apart from the glare, the overall picture quality is good. In some environments, the photos look especially good, for example when capturing food. I also share shortly how the photos look with and without the night mode option. Here are some photos taken at different zoom levels. Due to the differences in aperture value, the 0.5x and 1x photos appear different. The 5x photos are not as good compared to the daytime shots. They look somewhat like oil paintings. In the front facing camera shots, you can also observe some glare. Now let's compare the photos with and without the night mode option. You can see clear differences here. In this special scenario, the first photo shows the actual lighting conditions while the second photo was taken using night mode. You can see the results. Of course, the night mode photo is not as sharp and clear, but compared to the first one, it looks much better. This panorama shot shows balanced lighting with no glare. This is what I expected from regular photos as well. Now, let's take a look at the videos from the front facing and rear facing cameras during nighttime conditions.
Hey guys, this is the video recording in 4K 30 FPS. Actually, you can record in 4K 60 FPS as well, but for this video, I'm recording in 4K 30 FPS. And this is during the night time. You can observe the audio quality as well as the video clarity as well. Right now, I'm in 1x mode. Even I can go 0.5x, and this is how the footage looks like. Now I'm going back to 1x, then maximum 3x. That's all. This is the maximum zoom you can do with the iPhone 13 mini. Also, you can take pictures simultaneously while recording the video, but you cannot flip the camera front to back or back to front. This is how the video quality looks like with front facing camera in iPhone 13 mini at 4K 30 FPS. So this is in pitch dark condition, guys. You can observe how good the camera is. Of course, it's not great or even good at all, but whatever the light you are observing on my face is coming from the street lights, which is like far away from here. You can observe this. Again, the camera settings are same. Apart from zooming, there is no zoom in option is available. If you want, you can click the photos. If you want, you can pause or stop the recording. So here is my overall review of the iPhone 13 mini's camera capabilities. During daytime conditions, there is no doubt that the photos looks great with excellent color balance and sharpness. However, the nighttime photos are different from what I expected. Some photos came out very well while others didn't. I really like the dedicated night mode option as it enhances the photo by processing the image. The video quality is good during the day, but it falls short at night. Of course, if you record videos at night in well-lit conditions, you will get decent results like I showcased in this video. To conclude, I really like the iPhone 13 mini for daytime photos and videos, but it didn't quite meet my expectations for nighttime performance. Comment below if you're using the iPhone 13 mini and let me know what issues you have faced with its camera. Also, I noticed some heating issues during the prolonged use. In this video, I used the iPhone 13 mini for 1 hour straight to check the battery performance. Do note that this is not a complete battery drain test. I'm using different apps like heavy, medium and light for 1 hour to check the iPhone 13 mini battery draining. Let's start. Right now the battery is at 50%. This is the first time I have done something like this. I usually do this test with 100% battery. Also, the battery health of this mobile is 100%. I'm using the light mode for this entire test, followed by inserted a single SIM and connected to Wi-Fi. The volume is set to 100% during this test. I added the timer in another mobile for transparency and accuracy. First, I'm playing a 4K video on YouTube. This mobile is not at all convenient to watch content due to the smaller screen size. You can watch 4K HDR content on YouTube on this mobile phone. Talking about the battery capacity, this 13 mini comes with a 2438 mAh capacity. This is not at all going to be a one-day mobile for most of the users. For me, it never passed one day with a single charge. After 10 minutes of YouTube video playback, the battery drops to 43% from 50%.
I noticed that the mobile is too hot after 10 minutes of video playback. This is something I never expected. The next app I'm using is Instagram. This iPhone 13 mini comes with the Apple A15 Bionic chip, and this mobile doesn't have any Apple intelligence features that you can see on the 16 series. I'm using a 256GB variant that has 4GB of RAM. After 10 minutes of Instagram usage, the battery drops to 40% from 43%. Mobile is still hot, so I thought to keep it for idle to cool down, and also we can check how much battery drops after 10 minutes. I keep the screen on during this entire idle condition. This iPhone 13 mini has some great features with no compromise from Apple, but it lags in the main departments that are very basic for everyone to use this mobile phone. It's the charging speed and the battery backup. After 10 minutes of inactivity, the battery drops to 39% from 40%. Also, the mobile cooled down. Now I'm going to record a video at 4K 60 FPS using the back camera for 10 minutes. Let's see how much the battery is going to be dropped and whether any rise in the temperatures. After 10 minutes of video recording, the battery drops to 27% from 39%. So with this, we can understand that if you record videos on iPhone 13 mini, it will last for only couple of hours, not more than 3 or 4. Also, it's too hot to touch after recording the video. Next, I ran the Antutu benchmark. Let's see the scores of this mobile phone. I checked the ambient temperature in my room. It's 21.9 degrees Celsius. Later, I checked the display side temperature of this mobile and it was touching 43.4 degrees Celsius, which is very high. After 50 minutes, the battery dropped to 24% from 27%. I continued this test without any stop because we are waiting for the final scores. One more time, I checked the surface temperature. It's 29 degrees Celsius. Later, I checked the display temperature and it hit 43.9 degrees Celsius. Here is the final score. You can observe how good the iPhone 13 mini. Right now the battery is at 21%. Still 5 more minutes left, so I plan to play some music. The sound quality that is coming out from these stereo speakers is fantastic and loud. So overall, after 1 hour, the battery dropped to 20%. During the start of this test, the battery was at 50% and now it is at 20%. A total of 30% battery is used for this 1 hour continuous mixed usage of different applications. As a reviewer, I expected this because of the tiny capacity of the battery and the flagship chipset. You can also roughly calculate and analyze based on your usage how many hours it will last. For my usage, it comes in between 3 to 4 hours of screen time overall, and I need to charge a second time by evening. Share your thoughts about this iPhone 13 mini battery backup. In this video, I'm going to test the charging time it takes for an iPhone 13 mini to charge from 0% to 100%. This phone uses a lightning cable, not USB Type-C. I'll charge it using a power bank that supports a maximum of 22.5 watts. The iPhone 13 mini supports up to 20 watt wired and 15 watt wireless charging. I also turned on the timer for transparency. I'll share the battery percentage for every 10 minutes and finally the total time it took to reach 100%. The iPhone 13 mini was released in 2021. Despite being discontinued, there is still a lot of hype around this phone, especially since it was the last mini series from Apple before they stopped making them. I bought this phone from a refurbished website. If you have been following my iPhone series videos, you already know where I got it. For those watching only this video, I ordered this refurbished unit from Cashify for around 35,000 rupees including the charger. After 10 minutes of continuous charging, the phone reached 18%. The iPhone 13 mini has a battery capacity of 2438 mAh, which is roughly half of Pro Max models. After 20 minutes of continuous charging, it reached 36%. After 30 minutes, it reached 53%. According to Apple, the iPhone 13 mini can charge up to 50% in just 30 minutes, and our test confirms that. I also checked the temperature of the phone and the ambient temperature. The surface temperature was 26.7 degrees Celsius while the back of the phone reached 38 degrees Celsius. Note that the phone was charging while turned on and with a single SIM card inserted. After 40 minutes, it reached 69%. Due to its smaller battery capacity, it appears to charge faster. It's disappointing that some refurbished websites don't include a third party charger. You have to purchase one separately for around 200 to 300 rupees. About a year ago, I reviewed the iPhone SE 2020 model, and on that time, the Cashify website provided a free charger in the box. But right now, they aren't. After 50 minutes of continuous charging, it reached 80%. If you noticed, up to 50%, the charging is very fast. Afterward, the speed gradually declines. This is common among all the smartphones to prevent the battery from overheating. I received some comments recently asking whether you should buy the iPhone 12 mini this year. My straightforward answer is don't buy the 12 mini, guys. After 60 minutes or 1 hour of charging, it reached 89%. If you're interested in the mini series, go with the iPhone 13 mini. It supports 5G, has better thermal performance compared to the iPhone 12 mini, and offers several other improvements. You can watch some videos on YouTube comparing the iPhone 12 mini with the iPhone 13 mini for more details. After 1 hour and 10 minutes, it reached 95%. Recently, Apple launched the E series instead of SE series. I even posted a poll today asking which phone you will buy, the iPhone 16 or the iPhone 16e. The majority choose the iPhone 16. My strong gut feeling is that Apple will soon stop launching these E series mobiles just as they discontinued the mini series. Alternatively, they might cut some features and lower the price to more closely to match the SE series, because currently the price difference between the iPhone 16 and the iPhone 16e is minimal. Yet the 16e compromises on some features compared to the 16 model, which many people dislike. I know it's early to say, but for sure, in my opinion, Apple will likely discontinue the E series in the coming years. After 1 hour and 21 minutes, it reached 100%. So, this is the total time it took for the iPhone 13 mini to charge from 0% to 100% while turned on. Comment below with your thoughts about this. This is iPhone 13 mini. I have been using this mobile for close to 1 week. In this video, I share my user experience review, including the good and bad things I encountered. So, if you're planning to buy this iPhone 13 mini this year, you must watch without skipping any part. I promise you, I try my best to hook you without feeling bored. I break down this video into different categories and I have given the timestamps for a better viewing experience. The mobile I'm using is a refurbished unit. Even though it is like that, this is in superb condition, meaning it looks like the same as the mobile that you just unboxed and used for close to 1 week. This iPhone 13 mini comes with a 5.4-inch screen with an 85.1% screen to body ratio. The display dimensions are 1080 by 2340 pixels. This is a 19.5:9 ratio panel with 476 pixels per inch density. This display is a Super Retina XDR OLED panel. The viewing angles are really good. By the way, this display is supported for HDR10 as well. It can play HDR content on YouTube. I tested it. This panel goes up to 800 nits of high brightness and 1200 nits of peak brightness. This 1200 nits strikes when you are using this mobile in direct sunlight. I used this mobile in direct sunlight, indoors, under shade, and even outdoors evening times as well. The one word I can say about the brightness level is it's amazing. This display is protected by ceramic shield glass. I used tempered glass during my usage and also a transparent back cover most of the time. This display is good for basic stuff, but you cannot watch the content freely like on bigger screen mobiles. See, this mini series are pocket friendly mobiles. Even though it comes with a flagship chipset from Apple, the users of this mobile won't use it not even 70% most of the time like the Pro Max users. Talking about the problems that I noticed during my usage is that I cannot watch YouTube videos or movies directly on this mobile. Either I use my laptop or MacBook because of the larger screen. One more thing, the notch occupying most of the space in the top area. I expected a smaller notch for this size because Apple calls innovative design. I even played games on this mobile. Yes, I did. All the games I played ran smoothly without lags or frame drops because it is a cakewalk for the chipset that is inside in this 13 mini. But the display is problematic here. Due to the smaller and compact size, you miss that feel when you are playing the games. If you have any vision related issues, please don't buy these small screen mobiles. By the way, this display is only supported for a 60Hz refresh rate, which is not good on paper. The typing is little okay for me, but I cannot freely type like the Android mobile because it has a bigger and wider screen. The vibration haptics are really good. There is a time where I'm playing the Subway Surfers game. If I complete any achievements in that game, a smooth vibration feedback comes, which I never experienced it in any Android mobiles. Flagship level vibration feedback. If you look at the buttons placement, you get the power button on the right side, the alert slider, volume buttons, and the SIM tray on the left side. The speaker's quality is good and it's loud as well. This 13 mini comes with a stereo speaker setup, which is good if we look at this mobile size. Overall, my experience with the display is good apart from the notch size. This iPhone 13 mini comes with Apple A15 Bionic chipset. This is a 5nm build processor. It can handle any task you give without any problem, even heavy tasks as well. But for that, you need to adjust with the heating. During my camera testing and gaming review, I faced heating issues. Sometimes it is crossing 40 degrees Celsius without using a back cover, which is not at all bearable if you keep this mobile in the pocket directly right after doing heavy stuff. Of course, any mobile will heat up for some days right after the unboxing. I faced most of the heating issues during the gaming followed by camera usage, where the processor needs to run effectively here for a smoother experience. I make it very simple for you regarding the processor and performance, guys. If you're a normal user, meaning you use this mobile for basic things like phone calls, WhatsApp, texting, video calls, occasional camera usage, and very rare gaming, it's okay and you won't observe major heating issues. But on the other side, if you're a person who uses this 13 mini, I mean iPhone 13 mini for extreme camera usage followed by heavy gaming, there is no doubt that you notice a lot of heating issues. Even though the heating issues are there during heavy usage, but I didn't notice any performance drop, which is very surprising for me. See, in some Android mobiles, I noticed that whenever the processor hits that peak performance and generated like a lot of heat, automatically the performance drops, which leads to lags, frame drops during that particular app usage. But in this iPhone 13 mini, I didn't notice that. If you're a normal user, you don't need to worry about the heating issues either. But there is one thing you need to take care of this 13 mini. It's the battery. I'll tell you in a bit about the battery along with the usage statistic pictures as well. Now let's talk about the cameras where many people buy iPhones. There are two cameras on the back and a single camera on the front. The main camera is 12 megapixel with an aperture of f1.6. This is a 26mm wide lens. It comes with dual pixel PDAF sensor and sensor shift OIS features. The second one is a 12 megapixel but with an aperture of f2.4. This is an ultra wide angle lens camera with a field of view of 120 degrees. On the front, it's a 12 megapixel with an aperture of f2.2. This is a 23mm wide lens camera. The daytime pictures are looking great, there is no doubt about that. But the nighttime, it struggles a bit under a lot of exposure lights. In brief, the cameras are fantastic during good lighting conditions. The video performance is also good, but during low light conditions or nighttime, it's not that great. You can record videos maximum of 4K 60 FPS by using the both cameras, which is also quite nice and very surprising for me, because if you're a content creator, you know the value of 4K video recording. But there is little thing you need to observe here. The maximum zoom you can do while recording the videos is 3x. While it is okay for most of the users, but sometimes there are conditions where you have to zoom beyond that, let's say 5x or 6x, which you cannot do in this 13 mini. Most of the time I do not do more than 3x zoom even though I'm using the Android mobile phone. So for me, it's okay. If you look into the photos, you can zoom up to a maximum of 5x. That's it. Only 5x. So think twice if you are a person who zoom in and take a lot of pictures or videos. Also, as I shared earlier, during the camera usage, I noticed a lot of heating issues. Okay, long story short, for daytime or decent light conditions, it's good for photos and videos. But for nighttime or dull light situations, reconsider it. The first thing I want to give clarity here is this is not a one-day mobile if you are a typical above normal user. If you are a person who uses this mobile only for calls, WhatsApp texting, sending messages, followed by doing some online transactions and occasionally using the cameras when you are out, then you can use it for one complete day without any problem or without need of carrying any power bank. If you use beyond the things what I told just now, you need to charge this mobile a minimum of minimum I'm telling of twice a day. The screen time I got is in between 3 to 4 hours every time whenever I use this mobile. It didn't cross 5 hours of screen time mark in my usage. Sometimes I played games, sometimes cameras and sometimes very basic tasks. Here you can see the snaps of the battery statistics under different conditions during my usage. You can also observe the screen on time as well. The battery capacity that you get in this 13 mini is 2438 mAh. Yes, it is very small due to its compact design. That's why we get a very little backup. I checked the standby time as well for 4 days straight during the night time. Here are the battery drops I noticed. I used a single SIM card and kept my mobile in silent mode by turning off the internet and Wi-Fi. On the first day, it was 73% at night and by the next day morning, it was at 68%. You can observe here 5% is dropped. If you charge 100%, it holds up good. You feel like, yeah, it has more juice. But once it drops 1% and reaches 99%, it starts draining faster. Also, when the battery was at 16%, I just opened the camera app, clicked only 4 photos and checked the battery percentage. Guess how much it drops? The answer is it dropped 11% all of a sudden. Yes, 11% all of a sudden. But when it is at 1%, it is alive for more time than the previous scenario. This iPhone 13 mini supports 15 watts wireless MagSafe charging, which is so nice according to the Apple. But in Android, you can see a lot of mobiles that already supported for 15 watts. If you charge through the wire, it supports 20 watts. With a charger, it can charge 50% in 30 minutes. You can check the charging test video that I already posted for more information. I showed every 10 minutes how much it charged under switch on condition, followed by enabling the flight mode. Due to the lower battery capacity, even though it supports 20 watts wire charging, which is slow compared to other mid-range mobiles, Android mobiles charging speeds, it feels it is charging faster. So if you ask me, charging is not a big issue in the iPhone 13 mini, but the battery backup does. This iPhone 13 mini was released in September 2021. According to Apple, this mobile is supported for 5 years of major iOS updates, meaning up to 2026. So software updates wise, you do not need to worry when it comes to any iPhone. They are really good and on time. Oh, by the way, this mobile doesn't have any Apple Intelligence feature and don't know either Apple releases in upcoming updates. Now I talk about some extra features that are available and not available on this iPhone 13 mini. Talking about the available features, number 1, it comes with stereo speakers support. Number 2, dual SIM support is there where one is physical and another one is eSIM. Number 3, 5G support is there. Number 4, NFC option is there. Number 5, it is resistable to IP68 dust and water. Number 6, Apple Pay is supported and number 7, Face ID is there. Talking about the features that are not available, number 1, there is no 3.5mm headphone jack. I think it's high time to eliminate this because iPhone was the first ever mobile introduced with no headphone jack. So from now onwards, whenever I'm reviewing any iPhone, I don't reconsider this point. Noted. Number 2, there is no storage expansion option. The model I'm using has a 256 GB of internal storage, so check once before you buy. Number 3, it comes with a lightning port, not Type-C. Even the iPhone 14 doesn't have a Type-C charging slot. Apple introduced the Type-C from the iPhone 15 series. So, for whom this iPhone 13 mini is meant for in this year. And by the way guys, this iPhone 13 mini is the last mini series from iPhone. After that, iPhone discontinued this. So, for whom it is? This 13 mini is good for those who want a smaller mobile with great performance and can do any task easily without lag. Like I said previously, if you're a person who uses mobile mainly for phone calls followed by texting on WhatsApp, social media applications followed by doing payments and occasional camera usage and very rare games, this mobile is for you. If you're a person who wants a smaller mobile that can be usable in a single hand and don't spend hours with smartphone, you can choose it. There is no problem in that. Personally, I like compact mobile phones because I don't want to get distracted and I don't want that heavy thick mobiles. You won't believe me, but in it 90% of the time I keep my mobile in silent mode. The only time I remove the silent mode is when I'm out from the home. But make sure you are okay with the battery backup if you are choosing this iPhone 13 mini. Some users always look at the battery percentage and feels the FOMO. Be careful if you are that kind of person. That's my user review of this iPhone 13 mini. I thought this mobile was going to be a game changer for my usage, but it didn't. If you're a person, an Android user, you feel that pain for initial days. Even though with that pain, I used this mobile, after using it, I realized that this iPhone 13 mini doesn't fit for my usage and the task I'm performing every day, where it is easy on Android. There are so many big and small things in real usage scenarios where Android is faster and smarter than iOS. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in another one.